Hi everybody, I'm here to show you the COVID album, and so this is it. It has a little mask on the front, and then this is the elastic that is the closure too. So the elastic on the mask is the closure, and then you open it up and it has all these pages and pockets and inserts and some really cute paper elements to it too. Okay, so, and then at the very end it has a waterfall. It's cute. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make it. Put this over here so I can have a look-see. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make the binding. So this is the paper for the binding, and it's all scored for you and everything. And you're going to need a bone folder. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to fold it on all the score lines, just to make it easier to create the binding. So I'm just folding. So these score lines are 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. So you're going to have a 1/4 inch channel, and your binding part that you're going to be attaching things to is 1/2 inch. So I went and cut my finger yesterday, sliced it on my guillotine cutter really bad, and so hence the band-aid. So it's kind of a pain when you're trying to craft. Okay, so now I've folded it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be putting, and I'll crease it more after. So now what we're going to do is we are going to put tape on here. So that goes 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. So I'm going to put tape here, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. Tape here, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Alrighty. So I'm going to take my tape and put it in here. And I want it right over to the edge. So I'm just going to use my miter tool, my perfect ruler, and use it as my tape. Usually I just rip it with my fingernail, but I want it to be nice and straight, so I'm just using that. So I'm just putting this on where I indicated with the pencil lines. So it's in one of the 1/2 inch sections. And this one. So we're going to have 6 sections here. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we are going to tape together the 2 1/2 inch sections. So I'll just take my tape off. And you can use your bone folder to really get those score lines going. And then that one goes. And I'll make sure that's good. Okay. There we go. So this is called the hidden hinge. And so there's going to be 6 hinges on it. Like that. Okay. So that's what it looks like on the front. So we'll just push those over. Give a good... There we go. And there we go. Okay. Now in your kit, you're going to have a piece of large Suquang tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the backing off. And I'm just going to pick this up. And I'm going to put it on here. Like so. It's much easier to put it on this way than it is the other way. Laying it on there instead of turning it over and trying to put it on. Okay. So I'm just going to take my bone folder here and make sure my tape is all on here. Okay, so that is my hinge. So I make sure I can see. So now I'm just going to put this aside. And now I'm going to make the cover. So you have 2 pieces of cardstock. Now I didn't do a handout, but I will give you the measurements. So there's a textured side and a smooth side. So this is the smooth side. The smooth side is the wrong side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Scotch tape. And I'm just going to attach those together. Just so they don't move around. Okay? All right, now I'm going to do some measuring. I want to measure just 1 inch at the bottom here. So I can use my cutting mat here. So I've got 1 inch from the bottom, and I'm just going to draw a line as a registration line. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now you'll bring over your chipboard. You have 2 pieces of chipboard, which would be the front and back cover, and then you have this one, which is the spine. So on the spine, I want you to mark the 1/2 inch point. So it is 2 inches, so I'm just going to put a tick at the halfway, and I'm going to do it on the top and the bottom. Okay, this will give me an indicator for when I'm going to put it onto here. So there's my 2 indicators, but now I want to flip it over, and I'm going to put some tape, Suquang tape, on the spine, and I'm going to put a few pieces here. I think I'll put 3. I'm using 1/2 inch tape here. You can use whatever width of tape you want. You would just put more of them on there. All right, so now I'm going to take that off. Okay, I just want to check something here. Make sure all's going well. All right. So now again, we had those indicators. So that is my middle. So I've got that one there and that one there. Perfect. Okay, now normally I would be putting my Suquang tape all over this too, but for time purposes, I'm just going to use, oops, I think I'm just going to use my tape gun. Maybe I'm not. Sometimes tape guns don't like they do not like chipboard. This one isn't liking anything. That's odd. There we go. It's gonna say, now let's try it. There we go. Okay. So I am using my tape gun because it's faster. So I'm going to leave about almost 1/8 of an inch there, and then I will do the same on this side. This is pretty heavy duty tape here, so it's pretty sticky. Okay, so I'm going to leave the same amount on that side, and I'm lining it up with that pencil line. Okay, that'll work. All right, so now we're going to miter the corners. So I need my little miter here, and I'm going to do, now if you don't have a miter, you just want to cut off a triangle here, but you want to make sure that you leave some here at the tip. You don't want to go right to the edge of the chipboard. So on this, I'm going to use it at 0.125. Okay. And we'll do this one. All right. So now I'm going to cut those off. My scissors need cleaning for sure. All right, so now I'm just going to bend these back and forth. I always do the long sides first when I'm making my albums. But I will bend these up a bit. All right. So now I'm going to put some tape all along here. And again, this is for speed, but this is pretty strong tape, so. Okay, and then I want to add a little bit in here. I like to put a little extra in the corners. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to pull this over like that. And I'll do this side, pulling it over. Now when you do the corner here, you're going to see, I think you can see that. You just have to push that in with your, whoops, with your fingernail there. It's got a bit of a wrinkle in it there. Don't know if I can fix that. Well, we won't see it. I'm just going to tuck that in and fold this over like that and that. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. Tuck this one in. And this one. There we go. And hold that in. And then you have your mitered corners. Okay. I'll just take my bone folder and go over everything. There we go. And we'll fold it up like that. Perfect. So now we have this seam that we want to cover. So I'm going to cover that right now. You actually got 2 of these in your kits. You only need 1. Okay. So I will put some tape down here. And right down the center, I am putting this just to cover that paper seam. I can rub all that off with a eraser, adhesive eraser. Sometimes it just rolls off too. Okay, I have an eraser somewhere. I'll do that after. Okay, so now at this point, what we need to do is we need to put on the mask. Okay, so this is the mask. So I'm going to use glue to put that together. All right. So I'm just using Lawn Fawn glue, and I'm just gluing this. You don't have to glue the straps because we're going to be cutting those off. Okay. So now I'm going to put this on, like so. There we go. All right, and then you can just take your scissors and cut off these ties because we're going to be putting elastics on here. Okay. All right, in your kit, you would have got some elastic. So there is, I think there's, let me see. This one's got 33. So I think I need about 18 inches. Or, yeah, I think I'm going to cut it at 18 for my mask top, and then this one will be for the bottom. So 18 inches is what I cut this at, okay? All right, so we're going to turn this over. And what we want to do is first we want to put this across here. So I'm going to use this end and this end as my guideline, okay? So those two right there. So I'm going to put a piece of tape right across here. And then I'll put a piece of tape right across here. Okay, so there to there, I think I got it. So what I'm going to do is, now there's a little bit more on the left side, or sorry, on the right side. So we can do a little less on the left side and a little more on the right side. Okay. Peel that off. So I wanted just a little more on this side and a little less on that side. I think that'll work. Let's just bring this over. And I'm not stretching it, I'm just putting it on. Okay, whoops. Okay, and now this one, the top one, we do a little different. This one we have the ends coming out the left and the right side. This one we want the ends meeting in the middle. Okay, so we want this one here, and then this one here. And you want to make sure that this is all going the right way, because this is going to be around your album. Okay, so now it looks like that. So I'm going to put a piece of a piece of tape right across here. There's my 1/2 inch. Right across the elastic. Okay. Whoop. There we go. And then I'm going to add a bit more elastic in here, or not elastic, tape. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the front of my album right here. So this will go on here like this. And then these will go around the sides. So I'll flip that. So this one's going here, and this one's going here. I'm just gonna flip that over. Okay. So I'll add some tape. Now you don't, whoops. You don't want to put the tape right here. You want to leave about 1/4 inch, okay? So I'm leaving 1/4 inch or more. Because 1/4 inch of the blue is going to show after we put on our, there's that. I might have to move it, I'll see. And we'll just take that off and add that. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I've got those in the right position. I think they can be a little lower this way and a little lower that way. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then this will come around like that. Okay. All right, I think that all looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull, I should have pulled all this off before I attached those. That was kind of silly, wasn't it? I thought I'd done that already. Okay, so there it is. And that one's here. This one should be just a little lower here. There we go. Okay, so there's the front of our album. So I can cut this part off. We don't need all that hanging there. And I'm going to secure that with some more tape. I'll just go over it with a piece of tape like that, and this one like that. I'm just going to take that off so that I don't forget. All right, now we can put on our binding. So I'm going to peel this off. And I just eyeball this. So the middle of your 6 binding edges are right here. That's the middle. So that lines up with the middle of your spine. So it goes like that. I think that looks good. And there we go. And then you can just sort of run this down that space, and then you can just kind of bend it like that. And then I'd run your bone folder in between to make sure the tape is stuck. And there we go. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add, there's 2 pieces for the inside, and there's 2 pieces of white that go right here. So we'll put those on now. And I'll just put my tape on. And I'm going to leave 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay. And I'll turn that around and I'll do the same on this one. I could have added a little bit to the center, which I'll do on this one. I forgot to on the other one. This is sticky tape. Wow. So I'm leaving 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Okay, perfect. All right, so there's our front and there's our insides. Now we're going to add the pockets. So on these, I'm going to take some tape. And I'm going to use 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And where did my little... Oh, there you go. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put my little yellow thing. It's probably staring at me. All right, since I don't know where I put it, I'll use my square here. Okay, now, what you want to do is you want to put a piece of sequin tape right along the bottom of 6 of these. So that's 1, 2, 2. Three. So this is actually sort of my original album here. I've made them similar before in a suitcase and a nautical, and I came up with this idea for the pages because they were pretty simple and quick. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to bring my album back. So this is my front of my album. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off. And I'm going to line it up with that binding. Fits exactly. So I'm lining it up here and here and right up, butting it right up. And then I'm just pushing that down. Simple. So the next one, I'm lining it up with the sides. And then with butting it up to the hinge, and then I'm going to just push that down, and there you go. And now I'm going to do that with all of them. So butt that up, line it up, push it down. So it's pretty easy. Oh, I made that one crooked. Just 1 sec. There we go. If you don't push down, you have a little bit of breathing room there. All right, put that in there like that and push it down. So they're nice and straight on the sides. And then this one can go in there. Line it up, push it down. Okay, so there we have 6 pages. So now we're going to convert them into pockets. So I'm going to spin it around this way and set it aside. And now I have 6 remaining. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the tape along the bottom. And also to the sides. There we go. I think this is 5 millimeters of tape that I'm using here. This is a quilting rule that I just use to rip tape. Since I don't quilt, it's my use. There we go. And I'll put this down here. around here. And we have 3 more to go. So you can just, as you're working, you can just pause it and catch up. When you're doing it, do it at your leisure. You can always rewind if you didn't catch it. That's the nice thing about a video. But as I said, there isn't an actual handout, but there is a picture of the front of the album, and there is the measurements just for the basic album, in case you wanted to do one yourself. Because you could do this use it for different things, that's for sure. Once you've got the basic bare bones done. Alrighty. Okay. All right, that's all done. So now, it was all that way, so remember we turned it around. So now I'm going to remove the tape backing. And now I'm lining it up this way. And then pushing this down like that. Perfect. So now I've created a pocket. See that? All right. So I'll continue on. So I'm laying this down, lining it up, and pushing it in place. See how nice and straight that goes? Okay. Lining it up. Yeah, if you make sure all your lines are straight, it should work good. There we go. And if some go off a little bit, like that one did, I don't know if I have time to, no. I'll just trim it after. Well, I could do it right now with my scissors. My Band-Aid got caught in there. I moved it. That's what happened. So I'm just turning it up. There we go. So it's easy to fix if it goes a little crooked, because now it's straight again. Yeah, my Band-Aid got caught in the middle there. All right. So this one, I'm putting like that and pushing this down. There we go. 2 left. So 2 left, and this album is put together and ready to decorate. Okay, last one. Okay, so there's our 6 pockets. See that? Little pockets. Okay, now we're going to decorate. All right. Just going to put this over here. So in your kit, you're going to have, these are in order of what you're going to use as we go through, okay? So Linda and Paulette have paper clipped everything together, and they're ready to go. These are your pocket inserts right here. These are your pocket inserts, and these, all we're going to do is fold them in half. Okay, so I'm just going to put those up there. And then this little package here, this is for the waterfall. So we'll put that over there. That's at the very end. And then these are all the cards that we're going to be using. Okay, so we'll put those over there. Alrighty. So right here is this package. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I'm in the center here. Okay, so that's this package. I'm going to take the paper clip off. And I'm going to put this on first. So I'm going to put that just like that. And then I'm going to add this. And this is just going to go right across here, like so. Okay. And then I'm going to take the germ paper. It's got the COVID molecule on here. And that's going to go right like that. And then I have these 2 pieces, and they're going to go there. I'm just going to center those. I think that looks about right. So now, if you wanted to put larger picture on here, then you can change the orientation of these if you want, or you can do whatever. So here we're going to put our first card, and it's this one here. So I'm going to put that like that. Okay, so there is the first page. So you can pause it now and work on it. And then after that, I am going to get my score pal. And this goes at 4 1/4. I'll just put my score pal over here and use it on this table. Okay, and that is going to be going in here with this cute little pandemonium. All the toilet paper on here is kind of cute. Okay, so then that slides in here like that. Okay, so there's part 1, or page 1, I guess you'd say. And now I just realized what I did. I have to change this. You won't believe. I did this the last time on mine. So make sure you don't do this. I don't even think I can take that off. Let me try. This is exactly what I did on my last one. Don't you love it when I make mistakes? That's not even going to come off. But I want this one off. So my back page is going to be different. So this is a lesson learned, girls. I can't believe I did this twice. Oh well, I'm going to fix that later. Because this is the front of the album. Look. And I did that one. Okay, let's start here. This is the second page. I will fix that up. So everything is, make sure this is the front of the album. So now I'm on to this one. Okay. So I'm going to put this on here. I'll be able to fix it up, I'm sure. So I'm going to put this here. And then this one here. And then I'm going to get another of the cards. Let me see where they are. Here we go. So I'm putting that one there. And then I have two red ones that go here. Yeah, on my original one, I did it backwards. And I had to take the mask all off. But I'll just fix it a different way. I did that on purpose so that you guys wouldn't do it. Yeah, right. Okay, now this pocket I'm going to score 4 1/4. And I'm just going to add this to the pocket here. So Linda and Paulette are the ones that put all these albums together. Kits together, I mean. Okay. And then that is into my pocket on the second page. Okay, now we're on to the third page. Third page, I'm using this. And it's all together for me. So this is going on here. There we go. And then I'm going to put this little band. This is a new kind of tape for my tape gun, and boy, is it permanent. Nothing not permanent about it. The old tape, I could have peeled it off something, but not this stuff. So that's going right there. And then I'm going to get a couple of my card elements here. Where are they? Right here. There's one. And there's two. Okay, so now I'm going to put this one on. And then once I'm done, I'll just let you, you'll be able to pause. Things that changed my daily life. Well, lots in my life, I can tell you. So I'll put that one there, and I'll put that one there. Okay, and then I have two green mats. My two green mats are going to go here. There's one. And here's the other. And I'll take a blue and I'll score it at 4 1/4. Okay, and now I'm going to put these rolls of toilet paper on here, which was crazy part of the pandemic for sure. I never understood why people stockpile toilet paper. Seemed the funniest thing. Okay, and now this is going to go in here. There we go. All right, so I'll just let you have a look at that. Alrighty, now I'm going to go to the next page, and that is this one. This one here. So I'm going to put this red one here and a green one here. So this one is work from home. So that one can go here. Okay, I don't know what happened there. My video stopped, so I hope I can piece this together. So anyways, I was working on this one. And I'm going to, now this was in the last part of the package, so you'll have to, it was just in the wrong spot, so you can just grab that and we'll put it in here like that. Okay, and then this one goes on here like that. And then I have the two blue ones here. And let me see the cards right here. Okay, and then this card goes on here, and this one. So So I'm just going to cut this out. It says, I survived the great toilet paper crisis, which is kind of funny. Okay. All right, and then I'm just gonna take that off like that. And that one goes on in here. Okay, so I'll just let you have a look at that. Okay, the next one. Okay, we have a blue piece. Put that on there. And then we'll put, whoops, this piece on. There we go. And then we have 2 green pieces. One there. And one there. Okay. And then we have a blue. So we're going to put these 2 on. Whoops. One there. And one there. There we go. Okay, so you can have a little look at that one. Okay, the next one is just getting it organized here. Okay, so we're going to have a red piece here. And then these 2 cards are matted on the green. So we'll just put that one there. It's for your own good. You've got to stop touching your... I found that really hard not to touch my face, that's for sure. I still do. There we go. And then we have some blue mats that go up on the top. There. There we go. And then there is a green folded up 4 1/4, and then we'll put this on here. And then that goes in here, so you can have a little look at that and get your pages together. All right, so then the last page here, I'm going to put this blue one on. Right here. Of course, this is a spot for larger photos. And then I'm just going to put a red one here because this is where my waterfall is going to go. Okay. So my red is here. And then I'm going to put my waterfall together. All right. There we go. All right. Okay, so this is the waterfall package. Then we have these left over. This is for the front, so I'll just put that aside. And this is for the waterfall. Okay. So I'm just going to fold on these lines, these score lines. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put tape. Okay, you only need 4 of these. You don't need 5. There's 5 of these here. So 1 is extra, so we won't use that one. Okay, so I'm going to put some tape in here. So I'm just putting it between the score lines. You don't want it on the score lines. You want it between the score lines, okay? All right. So now I'm going to peel this off and put one of these here. You're just below that score line and even with the sides. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to take that one off. So we have 4 of those. All right, now we're going to put these on. So I'm going to put... Now, if you want to put pictures on here, you can go right ahead and not put these on. These were just extras, so I thought I'd put them on here. But you're welcome just to put pictures on here if you want. So, okay. That one goes there. And this one. There we go. And then there's, I think I can put one here, but we'll see. I'm going to see that at the end. I'm not sure if that's going to flip up. Might. What the heck. I'll put it on here. Okay, so there it is. So now I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to put a piece of tape right here. And that is going to be for this ribbon. So this is the front. I'm turning it over to the back. Taking this off. And I'm putting my ribbon here. And then I'll put another piece of tape on top. There we go. And then I'm going to put that like that. And then there's this piece that goes on here. It's just a little tiny bit smaller, but this just gives a little extra support to the waterfall. And it covers up the ribbon. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over and open it up like this. Okay, so that was flipped it over, and now I'm opening it up. Okay, so now there's this piece. So this piece goes on here. It's not taped yet. Okay, it's not taped. Put it about 1/2 inch or 3/4 from the bottom and fold it around like that. Okay, just like that. And then you can put some tape right across here. And that is going to hold the top down. So you want it about, that looks like about 3/4 inch. And then this folds down like that. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to tape. I'll just tape that. Okay, and then I'm going to put tape on here. This is the only part of the waterfall that is attached to the book. Okay, so now I've got my book back. Okay. And then this goes in here like that. And then it pulls. Okay. So you don't need that 5th one. Perfect. There we go. So the big thing is, I'm going to cut this out, is to remember before you start decorating to make sure the mask is on the front of the album. Okay? So you want to make sure that, and you don't want to make a mistake like I did. So now I'm just cutting this out, and I'm going to attach it to the front. And that is going to go right there. So this is my design, by the way, with this little elastic. What the heck? I fixed it and I put the elastic back here. Because I made the mistake and now I made this mistake. But that's okay. I can fix that, no problem. Because I had my mask at the back and not the front. So really, you have to make sure that you have that right. Okay, so there it is, all done. And I hope you enjoy making it and putting all your fun pictures of the pandemic in that you went through. I know mine's going to be filled with messenger pictures that Brooklyn and I took. So anyways, enjoy your album, and there you go. So you'll be able to go back and forth and figure it all out. Okay? All right. Thank you.